Well, in the early days of my career as a young lawyer and state senator, it involved housing, providing housing opportunities for the elderly. It provided housing opportunities for families. It also involved a lot of economic development in the revitalization of urban neighborhoods, particularly in the commercial development arena. And so that was that part of that work early on. And then when I moved on into the corporate world, it involved corporate social responsibility issues and social investment opportunities, and being sure that African American and Latino contractors were able to have employment and job and contract opportunities, and the bonding that was required to go along with that, and to fight mortgage and insurance redlining in urban neighborhoods across the country. And then trying to provide opportunities for African American, Latino, and Asian lawyers across the country through the work at Aetna with the American Bar Association. And then a latter part of my career I focused primarily across the races and ethnic groups across all the divides, and trying to bring people together to have conversations on race, and had the opportunity to work with President Clinton on his conversations on race, and bring people, particularly people across all different faith groups, to create a document that considered racism a sin. So it's been a lifelong work in the public as well as in the profit and nonprofit, as well as the advocacy world that I happen to have the opportunity to work in throughout these years. Well, I believe that one of the wonderful accomplishments we're able to be a part of was creating an organization back in the early 70s for African American contractors who were trying to vie for some of the big contract opportunities that were in the greater Hartford area. I think the second major accomplishment in the early days was the opportunity to play a major role in having developed the Upper Albany shopping center, which was the first real major commercial retail shopping center in North Hartford in many years. And then finally, I think that in the area of what I would call arts and culture, have been a part of taking the school grounds where I went to school in the Blue Hills and Albany Avenue area, and having to be able to play a role in having the Artists Collective new facility be built for our young people. And at the Wadsworth Athenaeum, to bring to the Wadsworth Athenaeum the history, arts, and culture of the African American community in our country, that found in an old farmhouse along with my wife in Wallingford, Connecticut, and that laid the foundation to create what is now called the Simpson Collection at the Amistad Art and Center facility at the Wadsworth Athenaeum. You know, it's important when you're involved in the advocacy for social justice across all the racial and ethnic divides. You keep looking for those special and unique opportunities that might come along that need attention. And I remember when I was president and CEO of the National Conference for Community and Justice, I had the opportunity to read the 2002 National Health, the Institutes of Health report with respect to diversity and the problems of disparities in healthcare, both across racial and ethnic lines. And as a result of reading that report, I decided, along with my colleagues at NCCJ, that we really ought to make this issue a national priority for the organization. That then led us back home to Hartford, because at about the same time the Connecticut Health Foundation leadership was looking at similar issues, and I ended up chairing the policy panel that was created to look at this set of issues in depth. And out of that policy panel, we made a number of recommendations, that many of which are now public policy mandates in our state to reduce and hopefully eliminate racial and ethnic disparities in healthcare.